Welcome to your strengthening upper body stretch. So today's class is challenging enough to feel strong, yet soothing and opening in the upper body and chest. To begin, we will start in a child's pose. So if you need support, grab your props. Otherwise, let's sink back and start to connect with the breath, allowing yourself to melt here, the forehead to relax, the shoulders to melt down, then the arms extend long. Your next inhale, gently walk the hands over to the right for a side stretch and drop the head back down. Drawing back to center, then moving to the other side, the left, allowing yourself to melt. Let's inhale to tabletop position, spine is neutral, and start to dip the belly. Inhale to chest high, exhale, roll and tuck. As you move through your regular cat-cow, dip the belly a little bit more and bring the shoulder blades apart as you reach the top of your cat-cow sequence. So really exaggerate drawing the shoulder blades together and apart, feeling like you're almost coming into a push-up. You can also add hip circles, neck circles, maybe find figure 8 with the rib cage, whatever you need to do to open the center of the body. Coming back to neutral, let's walk the hands to the top of the mat, begin to tuck the back toes, send the hips high to our first downward dog. So hips come back into the sky, nice long reach, pressing the chest towards your thighs. And then exhale, come slowly back into an elevated or higher plank. So take the time to soothe into the back and shoulder muscles, rolling up in the hips. And using your exhale to come back. Finding stillness in your downward dog, start to pedal out the heels just to stretch a little bit more, and then begin dipping down by bending the knees and sending them back. Lifting the heels, just really opening that upper spine. So maintaining your downward dog position or pike, bring your forearms down to the mat and walk your toes a bit closer for dolphin pose. Now this can feel a little bit more advanced. If you need to take a prop or ease in, feel free, or stay into downward. We're going to alternate by walking the feet closer, lifting up, walking the feet back, so we find again a bit of an elevated plank, and then walking the feet back up, tailbone to the sky. So you're technically moving from pike / downward dog to a plank. I've kept my hips a bit higher today. If you want to sink into full plank, feel free. I'm focused more on the upper body today, not necessarily the full core. So finding your rhythm here using your breath. And this next pike, you're going to bring down those knees and start to walk the hands forward, maintaining on the forearms. Dip the belly and hips so you land in Sphinx. Keep your neck neutral and then begin gently rolling down. Place the hands behind your back so the fingertips reach back and gently push into the belly, lift the chest. Exhale down. Locust lifts, inhale up, exhale down. Option to interlace the hands here for one big lift back into the shoulders, rolling down, or keeping with your hands. Next one, gently release, and let's elevate the feet at the same time, taking about 5 of these. Inhale up, fingers sweep back, feet lift up. So you're pressing into the belly, lifting the heart and chest, really using the shoulder and spine. On your next exhale, place the hands under your shoulders, gently lift up into cobra, open up the chest, high gaze comes up. As you lower down, elbows stay locked in, And bringing yourself all the way down, pressing up again. Let the chin tuck this time. Inhale to open it as you rise. So the hands don't move and you're using your upper body strength to really open up the chest. Inhales come up. That neck lifts up. Exhale, roll back down, tuck the chin. Your last one, you make it your way down to your belly. Press your hands and hips back. Keep the hips high, hands where they are, finding a little melting puppy. Inhale back to neutral this time. Let's inhale the right arm up to the sky. Nice and long. Exhale, sweep it back in a circle. Take your time using your full breath. About 3. And then switch directions, wrapping the shoulder and arm facing forward, circling around. Exhale, let's sweep it under the body, finding a thread the needle. Left arm comes to the top, or you can interlace the back behind your right hip. Exhale, use that left hand to draw you up. Right arm comes up one more time. Place it behind your back, then sink the hips into a one-arm child's pose. We're just taking a breath here. Begin to lift, plant that right hand, sweeping to the other side. Left arm inhales, big circles back. Following with your gaze, opening the chest and shoulder. And reverse directions, coming forward with those big circles. Use your breath to connect. After that third one, reach tall and then sweep under the body for a thread the needle. So your palm stays lifted. Your left hand can come to the top of the mat, or again, it can sweep behind you, low back towards your hip. Use that right hand to guide you up. Let's take one more lift with the left arm up. Exhale, place it behind your low back. Sink the hips into a one-arm child's. Slowly start to inhale, bring both hands to the top of the mat, sink to a child's pose, then inhale, dip the hips forward, land on your belly, exhale, lift up to upward dog or cobra, and then back to downward dog. Begin rolling into your high plank. Dip the weight onto the left side, lift the right arm up for a side plank. You could stay there or hug your rib cage, looking over your right shoulder. Sweep that arm down, send the hips back for downward dog, then return back down for a little baby chaturanga, lowering down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, send the hips back, downward dog. Coming towards our high plank on the right side, left arm lifts up. You can place again, that left hand wraps around your rib cage, look over your left shoulder. Take a big circle, draw back down, hips. Let's gently drop down to our knees. Now keep the hips stacked over the knees and draw to your forearms again. Finding again, I keep messing this up. Puppy pose or melting heart. You can keep the arms long or interlace your hands behind your head, dipping in a little bit deeper. After a couple breaths there, sink the hips back a little bit further into your child's pose. We'll gently start to draw up. You can take a little cat-cow or whatever you need, and then come to a seated position, crossing your legs. Ensure that the spine is tall, drop your right hand, lift your left arm over for a big side stretch reach. Exhale, sweep to the other side, left palm reaches, right arm comes over the ear. Uncross the legs. We're going to start again, left hand down, right arm over, right hand drops, left hand over. Now we're coming to sit on our feet, bring the arms out, draw the right arm under your left. You can hug yourself or find eagle arms drawing up and the palms come together. Find big circles by drawing your elbows around. And reverse directions. Gently release, find a cactus, open the heart and chest. And let's switch sides, left arm comes under the right. You can hug or find those eagle arms with palms to touch. And let's take a big circle with the elbows one way. Follow a full breath. And reverse. Uncross, take that big cactus, again opening the heart and chest. Exhale, start to tuck the belly inward. So we're taking cat-cows with cactus arms here, opening the spine and chest. Just a few more breaths. You can bring the forearms together in palms just to lengthen, pressing inward. Taking one or two more of those. Gently release, place your hands behind your head, elbows open, and then close them, not pulling your head, just feel the natural stretch here, loosening tension in the neck, and then drop the head down to the mat. Finding a little rabbit-inspired pose, palms sweep behind you towards your feet. So you could be at the top of your head, sinking here, so your neck is propped slightly, or just find a child's with the forehead down. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. And arms back, resting deeply. The class is going to end here, but you can stay as long as you need. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below how this felt in the body if you want to see more videos like this. Again, my name is Mel, and thank you so much for practicing with me.